and welcome to Weekend Update. We are reporting today in the midst of a crowd that has gathered around Jesus. Our on-location reporter is Rosanne, Hosannah, Danna to give us an in-depth look into this developing situation. Rosanne, about how many people are there and what exactly is going on?
Thanks a lot, Jean. Yes, it is I, Rosanne, Hosannah, Danna, reporting live, and there is quite the crowd of people that have come to hear Jesus. If I had to guess, I'd have to say about 5,000 people are here. It does seem like the crowd is getting a bit restless, though. I think it's time for lunch, but we are in the middle of nowhere. I mean, I don't even think pizza delivers out here. Do you think that's why Jesus recruited a bunch of fishermen? Then why didn't he recruit a chef?
Rosanne, back to the matter at hand, please. Why do you think these people gathered here? I don't think this was a scheduled stop along his route, was it?
So listen to this, Jean. Jesus said to his disciples that they were going away to a quiet place and left on a boat. But people were so excited to see him that they saw where he was going and ran all the way here. They were waiting for him when he arrived, and instead of sending them away, he just began teaching anyway. Imagine running just for the chance to see and hear this guy, and without even a potluck in sight. Oh, wait, I see Jesus is talking to his disciples now. Maybe he's going to send them for some takeout. I could really go for some locust lo mein. You know the kind, not from the stall with the red top, but the one way back in the back stall next to the jewelry merchant with the necklaces that look like camels. That's the best place to get it from. Not too dry, but crunchy on the outside.
Rosanne, it is in no way a surprise, but you are completely off topic. There is much more to this story than food, I'm sure. Surely this whole segment is not going to center around how to feed a crowd of people. Our viewers can watch a cooking show for that. Can you just tell us what some of the things Jesus has been teaching are?
Yeah, in a minute. Right now, it seems like the disciples are going around and seeing if anyone brought any food. They asked me, but it's not like any of us have a feast hidden in our back pocket. What are they even thinking? I tell you, Jean, I bet they would have taken my advice on the lo mein. When they came by, they didn't even have enough for one meal, let alone 5,000.
Rosanne, as fascinating as your narration of this event has been, can you please stop talking about food? Just focus on what's actually happening.
Well, Jean, I'm trying to tell you that what is actually happening is Jesus and his followers are trying to feed 5,000 people. I'm here now with a boy that decided to share his lunch with the crowd. Can you tell us what happened?
I don't really know what to say. Jesus' followers asked if anyone brought any food with them, and my mom packed my lunch today, so I gave it to them.
I see. And can you share with us what you thought they might do with that small amount of food?
I don't know. They didn't ask me to come up with a plan. They just asked for some food.
So, the disciples have managed to gather 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish and will likely be calling the closest pizza delivery place to feed the 4,997 people that still do not have enough food. And that's being generous. Rosanne, I just don't see how this is in any way newsworthy. I really thought we'd have a story with so many people gathered to listen to Jesus, but instead we're just getting a play-by-play on yet another of your culinary escapades. How does this have anything to do with Jesus' ministry? He asks for people to share and one boy gives his lunch. That's not miraculous, that's just sad. I don't get it, Rosanne. I really don't.
Well, if it's not one thing, it's another, Jean. 1 minute, you think you are just going to be listening to some talking, maybe a sermon or two, and then bam, you're right in the middle of a miracle. The disciples started with just 5 loaves and 2 fish, but Jesus directed everyone to sit down in groups, and I, Rosanne, Hosannah, Danna, figured we were all just about to get a mouse-sized lunch. But when we started eating, there was enough food for everyone. In fact, not just enough that everyone got a crumb, but enough that we all ate until we were full. And it didn't stop there. Once we were done eating, the disciples picked up the extras from the feast, and they ended with 12 baskets of leftovers. Well, it just goes to show you, Jean, Jesus is always up to something.
Wait, what? There were even leftovers? Hey, Rosanne, can you bring a basket back to the news station? After all this talk about food, I'm feeling pretty hungry.
I told you, Jean. Last stall on the left. Make sure you ask for your lo mein, extra spicy.
I see. Well, you know what they say. Anchors can't be choosers. Until next time, folks, have a good afternoon and a pleasant tomorrow.